This is a template that I designed a while back. It's a template for, or it's a page for a theme that I'm working on. I just want to quickly break down, it's just this homepage here. I just want to quickly break down the design, kind of my thinking process behind design, and some of the things that you can do when you're designing or working on your Shopify website. So if you look at this page here, top left corner, the logo, that's, if you look at most websites, that's where the logo is, usually either in the top left corner or in the center of the page. Then you have the navigation links here. With navigation links, you really want to keep them between 4 and 6. 4, you can do less than 4 if needed, but I think 4, anywhere from 4 to 6 is where like a good medium. If you get above 6, now you start going higher than that, it can get a little bit crowded. Then you have to put the links smaller and smaller so that you can fit everything. And then just make it really makes too many options for the customer. So anywhere between 4 and 6. In this example, I have 5 links here. And then off to the right is where I have the search icon and then the cart icon. And then also would be a good idea to add the account icon as well if customers can make accounts on that website. Now that we have the navigation part done, if you look at the center of the page here, this is where we have the main part of the homepage, or this hero section. And this is very important because there's these 3 steps is really what can help you with conversions. You have the title here. So in this case, that feeling of a fresh cut right in your home. It's a short title, but it's right to the point. It explains what the website is about, what kind of products we sell. In this case, when you see fresh cut, you know that it's already talking about self-care, some way, shape, or form. So you already get an idea of what the products are selling without even having to look at any pictures or anything like that. And then if you look here, it says browse the newly released collection today. So that already gives you an idea of what the call to action is going to take you to, because if you see browse the newly released collection today and you click on this button, you're going to assume that when I click on this button, it's going to take me to a page to let me browse the newly released collection. So you really want to make the copy on this, especially this homepage, because this is a lot of times where the first time customers, when they hit your website, this is the first thing that they're going to see, these new customers. So you want to make this text here very simple, very easy to understand. And the call to action button here, you want to make it clear also. In this case, shop now. You don't want to put anything confusing. Like for instance, if I had put learn more, when somebody comes to a website like this, they're not really here to learn. It's not really an informative type of website. This is an e-commerce website, which is the goal to sell a product. So shop now, maybe browse products, but keywords that can give an incentive or signal to somebody that you can go check out these products. Those are the type of keywords that you want to use. And then in terms of images, you want to choose an image that accurately describes the products that you're trying to sell, or that accurately describes your website. For instance, if I'm talking about feeling like a fresh cut, right? I wouldn't put maybe um something that has nothing to do, like for instance, I wouldn't put like a barber, like an empty barber chair, or maybe barber equipment, even though that has to do with a fresh cut. If I don't sell barber equipment on my website, that probably wouldn't be the best picture to represent what it is that I'm selling. You really want to put a picture here to represent what it is that you're actually selling. And also to keep in mind with the picture that you want to make sure to actually adjust the opacity, because sometimes it can block the words here. So for instance, if I click on, let me get out of here like this, move this, click here, click out like this. Let's click on the image. For instance, let's say if I put this at 50, right? And you see that it's dark. Okay, so that's a little bit dark. We actually want to, okay, here, right? So you can actually adjust this as needed, right? Because you don't want to make, for instance, if this is so bright like this, now you see that this text, you can't even read it. So you want to make sure, of course, it's not too dark. If it's too dark, then you won't even be able to see the image either. And in Shopify, you can do this as well. I know I'm doing this example in Figma, but in Shopify, you can adjust the exposure as well. And if you need help doing that, feel free to reach out and I'll be glad to help you out with that as well. But you want to be able to adjust the background image to the point where it's not too dark that you can't see the image, but you can also see um, the text as well. So something like this looks pretty good here, right? So you see something like this on an e-commerce website. Now you see the images that are in the back, but you can also clearly read the text. But that's a little bit of my thinking process when I'm designing websites or when I'm looking at websites, keeping everything clean, but also making sure that the copy, because at the end of the day, that copy, this text right here is the most important thing. Design is important. Having things clean is important, but if this copy isn't speaking to the customer, if they don't understand what's going on, then the chance of them purchasing something is going to be a little bit low. So I hope this video was helpful to kind of share with you my thinking process with design and also help you as you work on your website. If you need help designing or improving your website, please feel free to reach out and I'll be more than happy to help out. And if you also need any templates for your website or for an online business in general, feel free to check out my Etsy store. The link is in the description as well. And you can feel free to check out all these different products here that might be of help to you and your business. But once again, I hope this video was helpful. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions.